Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Abide Bible from Thomas Nelson. Okay, so it's day 2 of what I'm calling March Madness Bible Edition. I'm reviewing a bunch of Bibles, trying to make them interesting and unique and ones that are affordable so you can check them out. And the whole goal is to help you find a Bible that's right for you. This is also day 2 of a Bible that kind of knocked my socks off when it arrived. Yesterday was the ESV Panorama New Testament, awesome Bible, and then today is the Abide Bible from Thomas Nelson. I don't know if you can see how gorgeous this Bible is, but I was like, whoa, this is really beautiful. And then I opened it up and I was like, oh, okay, I've heard people talk about the Abide Bible, and they've spoken very highly of it, but once I got one and I started flipping through it, I was like, oh, now I get it. It's like a really cool devotional / study Bible, but the way that it's curated and put together, it's just really neat. I'm about to show you that. I'm going to walk through the entire thing, but just so you know, this Bible was developed by the folks at BibleGateway.com and the Taylor University Center for Scripture Engagement. And so the whole idea here is that it's helping you engage with Scripture, and there's like a 5-step process, and it's really this cool, if you're looking for a Bible that just helps you dig a little bit deeper, this is a cool option, and I love the way that they do it. So I'm going to walk you through it. This is the NKJV edition. Thomas Nelson also publishes the NET translation, which I'm a fan of, and they have this Bible in the NET translation as well. I'm also going to review the NET Abide Bible journals, the scripture journals, which are really cool. So they have a few different Abide products available from Thomas Nelson, and so far from what I can tell, they're all really cool, really thoughtfully designed, and will help you engage with scripture in a meaningful way. And that's what it's all about. That's why I created Bible Review Blog, because I wanted to help people love the Bible more. And I think that if you find a Bible that you're really going to love and enjoy using, that it's going to make you want to spend more time with the Bible. So that's what this is all about. So before we dive in, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Bible content like this. And now we're going to take a look here, a closer look at the Abide Bible from Thomas Nelson. Okay, first things first, here's the box. You see it's got a nice little detail on the cover. Looks very pretty. This is the brown leather soft edition in New King James of the Abide Bible. Lots of information on the sides, and then on the back you get all the details. And then there's the Bible itself. I was really impressed when I found this. This is leather soft, so it's not like a genuine leather, but it looks, look at that texture. It's kind of got a marbled brown look. The words, the Abide Bible on the cover, it just looks really good. It feels great in hand. On the side there you have NKJV, the Abide Bible, Thomas Nelson. Really, really sharp looking perimeter stitch around the outside. Some silver art gilding on the pages. They make this in a couple of leather soft editions. One has a pattern on it. They have a hardcover edition, and they do that for the New King James as well as the NET, which is a translation that I like a lot. You get a couple of good thick ribbons in here. I mean, from the outside, it looks nice. I think I kind of thought when I first opened it, oh, this looks great. And it kind of made me intrigued about what was going to be on the inside. So as far as size goes, though, it's 6 inches wide, and it's 9 1/4 inches tall at the text block. So it's a big Bible, and it's about 1.375, so 1 3/4 inches thick. So it's a pretty big Bible. It feels like a study Bible, and that's really what it is. It's an interesting kind of devotional style study Bible. So let's open this thing up, and right here at the very inside you get some information about what it is. So the Abide Bible provides you with key tools for engaging Scripture. You'll find at the beginning of every Bible book an introduction that highlights the book's enduring message and themes, as well as information about the author. Throughout Scripture, you'll also find prompts or sidebars designed to help you engage passages and deepen your understanding and experience of God's Word. So this is designed to help you study and engage in a deep way. They have 5 different kind of styles of that. You get a contemplate section, a journaling section, a picture it section, which is, so contemplate is really just prayerfully going through, like kind of a Lectio Divina, if you're familiar with that, reading Scripture, thinking about it, meditating on it. Journaling is pretty obvious. You journal with it. Picturing it is like picturing yourself in the scene or in the narrative or the passage and being a witness or a participant and kind of visually in your mind's eye going there, which is an interesting way to read the Bible. Praying Scripture, so using Scripture as a way to lead your prayer time, and then engaging through art, which is using classical pieces of art to kind of think about the text of Scripture. So I'll show you how each of these play out, but that's kind of the setup of what this Bible does. So it's a way for you to kind of, I would call it a crossover between a devotional Bible and a study Bible. So there's the Abide Bible. The design of everything, it just looks really sharp. Cheers to whoever designed these Bibles and did the layout. It looks really great. There you see the title page. Very well done. Introduction to kind of the whole idea. Then you get specific info about the Abide Bible, about how to use each section. So journal, contemplate, picture. I'm not going to read all of these. Obviously, that would take forever. So the Taylor University Center of Scripture Engagement, they worked on this with BibleGateway.com and Thomas Nelson. We get a 365-day Bible reading plan, so you can grab this Bible and be like, hey, I'm going to do the whole Bible in 1 year, and this is going to lead me through it. Then you get your standard info about the New King James Version, their preface, and then we get in here to the Old Testament. So you see you get a book introduction at the beginning of each book, and then it dives into the text. So I'm just going to open this up a little bit. It will kind of lay flat here. So I'll go to the beginning of 2 Kings and kind of just walk you through the beginning of it. So you get an introduction to the book, historical and literary context. You get a few different intros about who wrote it and things like that. Some info about preparing, and then the main part of the text. So the Bible text itself is a single column text, and then the features, the study features kind of appear on the outside. So on a page like this where you don't have one up here, it kind of has some space for you to jot notes and things like that. But it's a single column text. It's a 9-point font. The paper is, I think it's probably a 36 GSM paper, and it has some good opacity to it, so it's not super distracting. There's a few places where the words on the other side of the page pop out, but it looks really good. And so you get just pretty simple, good looking. I love the NKJV comfort print typeface. All the different custom typefaces from 2K Denmark that Thomas Nelson uses are really good. You see there's some color on the page to kind of offset things. It's not a reference Bible, so you're not getting translation notes. You're not getting cross-references. The focus of this Bible is to kind of use the Abide system as you go through the Bible. So I'm just going to go through each one of these. So contemplate. So here, it's asking you to, as you read this section of Scripture, to think through and to meditate and to pray. And that's the contemplate section. So it kind of guides you through. So this is for the first 19 verses of 2 Kings 5. And so it's leading you through a contemplative way of thinking through the Scripture. So I'll bring this up for you just a second. If you want to freeze frame that and see how it works, you can do that. Really cool. I'm a big fan of Lectio Divina, and that reminds me of that. Over here is praying through Scripture. And so that's a tool where they encourage you to use Scripture as a guide to your own prayer time. So that's the second one. So you have contemplate, you have prayer. Then down here we have one that's about journaling. So it's giving you a prompt on things to reflect on and to write about in your journal. Now, there is not journal pages in this Bible, so you're going to have a journal. They do actually have an Abide journal that goes with it if you want to do that. So contemplate, prayer, journaling. Here's the picture it section. So picturing it is asking you to kind of place yourself in the text. See how it says there, imagine you're sitting with the lepers at the city's gate. That's really cool. I think that's an interesting way to kind of invite you to engage with Scripture in just a way that probably doesn't typically come natural for a lot of us. So those are the first four, and I'm going to kind of keep turning here till I get to one of the other ones, which is the using art. I'm sure I'm going to find one. You know where I can find one. I have not checked this yet, but I can almost guarantee you that in Luke chapter 15, we're going to get Rembrandt's The Return of the Prodigal Son. That's amazing. This is my favorite painting of all time. I've preached a few sermons on the parable of the prodigal son and Rembrandt's painting. It is a dream of mine to be able to travel to Russia and see this painting in person. You might see in some of my videos that I have a reproduction of it in my little studio where I record videos, but it means so much to me, and so this is perfect. I think this painting says so much about the parable of the prodigal son in Luke chapter 15. And so here you have engage through art, which is a section that's inviting you to reflect and look at this painting and allow it to help you understand more about what this parable means. And these are found throughout the Bible. There's a Caravaggio, right? So it's just like really cool. This reminds me a lot of the the Word on Fire Bible, the way they use art. I'd say that's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of the Word on Fire Bible. It kind of has a vibe of like some of the Holy Land Illustrated Bible from Holman. It just kind of like allows you to go somewhere different as you study the text. But again, those 5 things are littered throughout the Bible. Litter is probably a terrible term. They are filled throughout the Bible in different places. So as you go, you're being encouraged. So you have your reading plan in this Bible. You march through reading the Bible, but then as you go, it's prompting you every day to kind of use some or all of these features to engage with the text in a meaningful way. When we get to the New Testament, you can see red letter for words for Christ in this Bible. The red letter text is really bold and dark, which I like. If you're going to do red letter, you should do it this way. Looks really, really sharp. Again, single column, 9-point font, easy to read, really comfortable. Everything kind of takes place in these center columns, and then all of the prompts for the Abide system, study system, are on the outside of the pages. When we get to the end of the Bible, at the end of Revelation, now you can see I can't miss the art. At the end of Revelation, we get a blank page. There's a little article about why read the Bible. Steps to engage, so how to like dig in when you're reading the Bible. Spiritual disciplines and spiritual engagement. Some stuff from Taylor University's Center for Scripture Engagement. There's some lined paper in the back if you want to use this to start with your journal entries. There's more prompts to journal in the Bible than there's probably room for you to, you'd probably more than fill up these pages, but you could start here and then get a journal to go with it. I like that. There's your note regarding the type, and then you get Thomas Nelson's Bible maps back here on some slightly thicker glossy paper. Overall, like I said, I'm just impressed. I think it's, if you are looking for a new way to study the Bible, if you're thinking, hey, I want to get back into the Bible, but man, I don't really know how, and I need some sort of help, this is a great system. This is a really great way for you to have a few different ways, and it's going to be different every day because you're going to be using different parts of this 5-piece plan, and it's going to throw some art at you, and it's going to ask you to think creatively. It's going to ask you to contemplate, and I really think, do some journaling. I really think that this is a cool, unique way. And again, the overall package and shell is just, it's a beautiful Bible. It's well designed. I was not expecting to be as impressed as I am with the Abide Bible. So there you have it. It's the Abide Bible from Thomas Nelson. This was the NKJV edition, but they also make this Bible in the NET edition. They make it in several bindings. I will put links in the description, as well as at BibleReviewBlog.com, links to where you can purchase this Bible, where you can read more about it. At BibleReviewBlog.com, I've got a full write-up and more great photos. I would love to know what you think of this Bible. So leave a comment. Let me know what you like, what you dislike. If you think you're going to order one of these, leave a comment down below. If you already own the Abide Bible and you just watched this video because you wanted to see someone like me say that it's awesome, leave a comment and let us know that as well. Definitely check out Bible Review Blog on Instagram and Facebook. There's a great community out there that's talking about the Bible, and it's not just posting photos and getting people to like stuff, where I'm actually asking people to help one another find a Bible that's right for them. So definitely check that out. And once again, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great Bible content like this. I've got some more reviews coming out this week. I've got a lot of fun stuff planned in the near future, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.